this is my new video about how to find your life purpose. I already have an introductory video to this kind of life purpose series which I'm doing here on my channel, and this introductory video, it was about some societal base about why it can be hard to find your life purpose, and it's not necessary for you to watch it. You don't need to. It's just to give you some kind of explanation of what is going on societal level, why it is hard for people to find their life purpose in the first place. And so this video is about life purpose itself, what it is and how it can be understood. There are two major ways, in my opinion, how to look at life purpose and different approaches to life purpose. One of them is what I call the life purpose, the ultimate life purpose there is for you. There's not anything more to life than this one. And this is what I call the Indian guru life purpose, or the primary life purpose, or the life purpose. And the second life purpose is sort of an accessory life purpose. This could be your occupation, your dream job, something you want to do to fulfill your time. And this is sort of the kind of Western perspective. Because if you live in some kind of Western country, then maybe you came across this, that when you were expected to pick a career, or when you were switching your careers, you were maybe like asked to pick some kind of job for yourself or some kind of college where you could study towards being a specific job. And so these are two ways how you can look at life purpose, and I'm going to be talking about both of these in this video. And so the first life purpose which there is simply, it's so simple, so I'm just going to say it, it's just to be. There's nothing more to life than just being, and there's not going to be anything more, not even in the future. Some people, they feel like that they have to chase something, and that when they're gonna get this promotion in their job, then they're gonna be fulfilled, or when they're gonna gain more money, then they're gonna be fulfilled, or when they're gonna have their own family, then they're gonna be fulfilled. But it's never the case, and no matter what these people achieve, they are never ever fulfilled. And the thing is, there's nothing that would have any value other than you being right here, right now, in the present moment. Because this happening right now as you are watching this video, this is it. There's never going to be anything more. All your life is just going to consist of all these moments which you either enjoy to the fullest or you don't. And like this, you can feel like your life is slipping away from you in some way, or you are constantly chasing something and you feel like, oh, if I get this, I will be fulfilled. But the thing is, you can be fulfilled right here, right now. Why wouldn't you? And basically, all my channel is about this. I was thinking about like that I'm gonna be giving you this life series, but technically, all my channel is about primary life purpose, because I always try to tell you how you can be more happy and more present, and I have all these videos about meditations and contemplations and mental detox and how to make decisions, which is basically my very overlooked video about how to get in touch with your inner voice, and all these videos, and they are basically meant for you to kind of get rid of some things which are bothering you and really clear yourself from all these negative outside influences and really be centered in yourself, knowing that you really don't need anything to be happy, that you can be perfectly happy just by sitting on your ass in front of a white wall and stare at it for a couple hours. This is not going to come immediately. This is something that is going to come with practice. You're going to realize that you don't really need as much to be happy, and you can enjoy present moment no matter what the moment is. Sometimes there's this kind of approach, usually kind of depressed people can have these rants, and when they are depressed, they keep bringing up these existential questions. And don't get me wrong, I love existential questions. I like thinking about these problems, but I like to do it when I'm like in a good mood, or in sort of this mood where I want to explore, and not when I'm depressed. Because usually when people get depressed and gets into existential questions, they're gonna be talking about things like life has no purpose and life has no meaning and there's nothing to life, and why should I even bother doing anything? I'm gonna die anyway and it's gonna be worthless, and why should I even care? And it's funny, because if you look at it through this perspective of like there being only one purpose and that is to be, then these people who have this nihilistic approach they already are manifesting their life purpose simply by being. They say that life has no purpose and why should I bother? But at the same time, they are being. And so they are like showing you their life purpose right here at the moment where they're saying these things. So it's kind of interesting to look at it in this way. But they are right about one thing. There's like no reason to do anything or to chase anything because it's ultimately pointless. And maybe on some deeper level they are aware of it. You can look at it from the perspective of nihilism, or you can look at it from this sort of perspective of cheerful nihilism and really like embrace the emptiness and really the emptiness of the present moment and really be happy and knowing that there's not going to be anything more. All your life is going to consist of moments like this, and it's really up to you if you're going to take them or not. And so if you want to really be in the moment and really embrace it, then all my channel is about this, so you are welcome to look at any of my videos. Also, I wanted to say, if you feel like you have some deep underlying issues or traumas which you maybe have, and you feel like this is preventing you from being happy, then I highly recommend to you go find somebody who's gonna help you deal with this, like a therapist, like a coach, whoever who's gonna be there for you, or a friend even. And don't be on this path alone if you feel like you can take it by yourself. And now I'm going to be talking about the secondary life purpose, because I feel like that's the reason why you came here in the first place. And I think personally that if you want to discover your secondary life purpose, a good thing how you can do it is to first focus on the primary life purpose and be happy just like that, and then you create room for your secondary life purpose to show itself to you. Because if you're constantly running around from one thing to another and you are influenced by all these external influences and you are not able to meditate not even for 5 minutes, then how do you want your secondary life purpose to show itself to you? You have no room for that. You have to first like empty the glass. And so I would like in this video to give you an idea about how life purpose can look like and what it can be, because usually I think that people have really wrong idea what life purpose looks like. Because here in society we have all these artificially created jobs, like we have a job of being a teacher, we have job of being a doctor or a lawyer or something else, I don't know. And we just try, when we're picking our career, we are trying to fit ourselves into one of these categories. And very often it can happen that if somebody is very introspective, they're gonna feel like they don't fit in any of these categories. They're gonna feel confused. They're gonna feel like they want to go to some testing center or make some career test on the internet, and it's just not gonna be satisfying for them, because they have this inner urge which is just so private to them, and they keep trying to fit into some artificially created category, which is just not possible for them to do. And their life purpose, it's just something that is inside, and it's just trying to manifest itself in the real world, but it just keeps clashing into these artificially created jobs. And rightly so. These jobs are not meant for you to be fulfilled. These jobs are just creations. It's easier to have these small talks when people ask you, oh, what you do for a living? And you answer, oh, I'm a doctor. But your life purpose is on the inside, and it's something very different. So for now, I would like you to forget all these categories, all these jobs that are created in the world, and just think that there's no jobs whatsoever, and there's only you, and you have some kind of inner urge and inner needs and inner wants which you want to do in the life. And so this urge could be, for example, this is an example of a life purpose for somebody, but this urge can be, for example, something like, I want to inspire people. And if you have this life purpose that you want to inspire people, then you can go and you can look for opportunities to implement this life purpose and manifest this life purpose in the real life. And so if you have this life purpose of inspiring people, then you can become a teacher. But being a teacher is not going to be important for you. But by being a teacher, you can implement this life purpose, and you can have your students, and they can see that you care for what you're teaching. You can be passionate about your teaching. You can really want to inspire them in some way, make them excited for your classes, and you're going to get maybe positive feedback, because your students are going to see that you are sincere and honest about it, and you are passionate about it, and you really want to make it interesting for them, and they're going to see that, and then you can fulfill your life purpose by that. You're going to get feedback from your students, and it's going to be this beautiful dance, because your life purpose is just going to shine through you, and you're going to find the feedback from your audience. You're going to get people inspired. Maybe they will come to you years later and they're going to thank you that you inspired them, and that you maybe were teaching history and maybe now they became interested in history or something like that. And then you can feel really fulfilled. This can be very highly fulfilling. But if you noticed this whole story which I just said right now, you can already see that being a teacher, like this strong static category, it has nothing to do with it. It's kind of like on the sidelines, because this guy or woman who's teacher, he doesn't even, or she doesn't even care about the teacher's position. All they care about is just inspiring people. And it doesn't even have to do anything with being a teacher. Because if you maybe look at your education, how many teachers you met that would truly inspire you? Like seriously inspire you? I think that if I should count this, I think it would be very few, but there would be people like that. I know there are, but it wouldn't be every single teacher which I met that would inspire me. Because some of them, I don't want to put it like this, but I feel like they didn't even care about inspiring anybody. They didn't see it as their life purpose. They were just teachers, and so they were filling this position, and they were going to school and teaching every day the same thing which they were teaching for like several years. And so these are exactly the people who never have this urge, like find their life purpose, and they just go and they do what they're being asked, and they don't have as much impact. If you want to have impact on people or on the world, first you're going to have to find your passion and be passionate about it, and then you can inspire somebody. Another example of a life purpose could be something like, my life purpose is that I want to help people. For example, helping people. And then you can go and you can see what you could possibly do to fulfill this purpose. And you can see that if you want to help people, you can, for example, become a doctor. But the doctor's position, that's not important for you. What's important for you, if you want to fulfill your life purpose, is to actually help people and see the result of your work. See that you're going to help somebody and they're going to heal. And so the feedback of people being happy and healthy and healed is going to intertwine beautifully again with your life purpose, and then it's going to be this beautiful dance. And the more you're going to see that you are healing people, the more they're going to be appreciative of you, and the more you're going to feel like you want to heal them, and the more they're going to feel better and better, and you're going to get better and better at your work, because this is like something like which you can be master, and you can really improve yourself with every day, every year, and this is life purpose implementing itself. And being a doctor, this static job, it's not even important in this way, because all you care about is implementing your life purpose and healing people. Now already you can see that this is extremely difficult. This is probably more difficult with the doctor than with the teacher, because with the teacher you can really get creative, but with the doctor you are within some kind of system, and you are asked to write these prescription medical drugs and all these things, and it's really a question whether or not you're helping somebody in the long term. But it's really up to you to figure it out. If you really want to be fulfilled, then I know there are doctors which can find their way even in this system. I know there are people who just are so inventive and creative that they will find their way. But it means that, like, if you're gonna go your own way, there's gonna be some resistance from the society or some backlash. This is like all the problems which can be on the road. But for me, I'm talking here about life purpose, and this is a manifestation of that. And so if you listen to me carefully, life purpose is just something which goes from the inside, and it looks for the way how it can be implemented in the world. And if you have any questions for me about this was sort of an introductory video to sort of change the way how you think about life purpose. If you thought about it in this static way that life purpose is I want to be a doctor or I want to be a teacher. No, this is not life purpose. This is just an occupation. Life purpose is something that nobody can take away from you. If you were a teacher and somebody would fire you from this school, and you would feel like, oh, what I'm gonna do, they fired me, I lost my purpose. You didn't lose your purpose, you still have your purpose. You want to inspire people. And so if you lost this one job, you can go and find another job. You can inspire people by training employees in companies, or you can inspire people by having your own website where you're going to help them with different stuff. And so life purpose can really look like differently. And the job in which you are trying to fit in, it's really just this static thing, and it's really not important. So that's everything for my today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. Or if you're new here, I would be really happy if you subscribe to my channel. And have a nice now, and I will see you next time with my next video. Bye.